Good morning, fellow treasure seekers. This is Marcia Diane Arnold, and I've been thinking about doing this for years. And I always thought, well, I'll need to comb my hair, put on the right makeup, memorize everything. And so I've never done it. So today I have 10 minutes before I Zoom with my Alpha Chi sorority sisters, and I'm going to do it. I am going to read to you, and hopefully we'll continue doing this. I will read some of my very old newspaper columns. Some of you know that before I started my picture book career, I wrote a newspaper column called Homegrown Treasures for the Sebastopol, California newspaper. And it was syndicated in a few other spots, and people really seemed to enjoy it. I wrote it every week for 10 years, and it won a number of state awards for Best Local Columnist. So I'm going to begin with my very first column. I have probably not read this in decades, so I did not practice it, but here it is. Homegrown Treasures. Very first column I ever wrote for the Sebastopol, what was it called then? West County News or Sonoma, Sebastopol Times and News. It changed its name. My son is an expert at finding treasures. Although he's a newcomer to this game, he far outdistances me as a treasure hunter. He knows that a walk down a country road will lead you closer to treasure than scrubbing the toilet ever will. He knows there's no better bargain than running through the sprinkler on a hot summer day. He knows that to uncover buried treasure, you sometimes dig upwards instead of downward, climbing the oak tree for a peek at that bird nest or swinging a little higher on his swing. We recently returned from a month-long tour of the relatives, grandparents, cousins, great aunts, and uncles. You name them, we saw them. My son began saying things like, "If this is Tuesday, we must be at Aunt Orpha's." Of course, to my son, it didn't matter where we were. For him, a trip to the local junk heap is at least as inspiring as a drive down the Champs-Élysées. He knows whatever treasures we discover around us are largely what we make up our minds to find. In this column, we're going to uncover some treasures, places to go, sights to see, things to do, and ideas to ponder. All right, here in our own backyard. The first rule to remember on this treasure hunt is it's not for the purpose of adding busyness to our lives, but for adding enjoyment. According to Webster's, busy means cluttered with minute detail to the point of distracting attention from the focal point, or the treasure, as I like to call it. Like my son, I continuously lose sight of the treasure. Incurable busyness is the doctor's diagnosis. My husband threatens to build a room in the garage and call it Mom's Involvement Center. He's going to banish me there with only my appointment book for company. I need to learn that finding the treasure sometimes means not running for PTA president, social chairman in the gardening club, and woman of the year all in the same week. Sometimes it means leaving the cobwebs in the corner for just one more day, and sometimes it means hot dogs for dinner instead of eggplant pecan curry. I need all the help I can get on treasure hunts. My children remind me of treasures I might otherwise overlook. My grandfather's fondest memories hold clues to where the best treasures are. So all of you are invited to share any particular treasure of the mind, spirit, or physical realm that brings you joy. The treasures are here, all around us. Dorothy had it right when she said, "If I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't look any further than my own backyard." Because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with. So let the treasure hunt begin.